Hello, this is the Ramblings of an Indisciple Mind podcast for Wednesday, August 17th, 2016. As of this recording, Sierra is still missing. So, many years ago, probably 28 or 29 years ago, the wife and I went on vacation to visit some friends in Seattle, and we were there for a week, and we had a fantabulous time, as we have had every time since that we've gone. We've been there 2 or 3 times since, and the husband of this couple had a computer. I sense it wasn't, I forget what computer it was. I don't think it was Windows, because this was kind of, well, it wasn't it was pre-Windows. It wasn't pre-PC, let's put it that way. But it was in this era where there were all sorts of other options for computers out there. So I'm thinking it was one of these other options. I want to say it was like an Amiga, but I do not know that that's accurate. But anyway, there was this game being played on it that he had, that I played, that I just loved. And I spent a lot of time playing this game while we were there. And I don't remember the name. I've wanted to find this game for years and years and years. Wanted to find it. I don't know the name of it. I think I asked our friends if they remembered, and if they don't, and all that stuff. But it was a space travel and trading game, as I recall. And you had your ship, and you could control the various rooms in your ship, and you could upgrade parts in your ship, and parts would go bad, and you had to fix it. It seems like there was a little bit of space battle going on, like with pirates or something that want to steal your cargo. It was a lot of fun. And a new game that's recently out, that if you've been breathing, you've probably at least heard the name of it, called No Man's Sky. And I watched most of Christiana Ellis did a hour-long playthrough when she started it, and so I watched maybe 45 minutes of that at one point. I didn't finish it. She's not doing like a normal walkthrough series. She was just live streaming some of her playing, and I didn't do the live streaming. I watched it later. But anyway, I digress. And it reminded me of this other game, because you start off and you are on a planet, and something has happened and your ship has crashed. So there's this little ship there that's, I don't know, it actually kind of reminded me of, as far as style, almost like a Viper from the old 1980s Battlestar Galactica. It's not meant to be a fighter ship, I don't believe, but it kind of had that look about it. And it's sitting there on the ground, and there's smoke rising from it, so it needs to be fixed. And you can click on it, and it'll tell you, we need to fix these parts, and to fix these parts we need these supplies. And so you've got in your hand something that looks kind of like a gun, but it's not. It's a mining tool. And so as you find these plants and various outcroppings of rock or whatever, you can use the mining tool to mine them, and you'll get various compounds from them. You might get iron, or you might get titanium, or there were I think there was some copper. And then you can use these you can use these materials to build the elements that you need to build the parts to fix the ship. And so the bit I was watching Christiana Ellis, she was still getting all the materials together to do that. I think she'd fixed one of the two components by the time I stopped watching it. And it reminded me of that other game, and it sounded like, it looks like a lot of fun. It's nice because it does have things for you to do, but you don't have to. You can just go exploring, and as you find new species of things, you get points for that, and you can be collecting a whole bunch of the materials and things of that nature. Now, the whole point is to get the ship fixed and to take off. And so I have seen other gameplay. There were some pre-release gameplay videos that I'd watched to this, and they didn't do too much on the planets. They did a little bit on the planet. But they were mainly looking at, you know, the interstellar, because you can go from world to world, and the graphics are really pretty. It looks really neat. It's in first person mode, so when you're sitting in the cockpit, you're sitting in the cockpit, and it looked like a lot of fun. I think there might be some space battles going on. I'm trying to remember. I'm not totally certain on that. And I think there's some missions, like Christiana Ellis had one that popped up at one point about a mission to go do something or other, but it looked like it was a little ways away on the same world. So it looks like there's some sort of a mission kind of thing going on, but it's basically a sandbox where you can do what you want in the order you want to do it. Looks like a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it's only out right now for, my understanding, is PlayStation and PC, and I seriously doubt that my PC can handle it, my laptop, and I'm not really looking to get into the PC hardware race to play games. That's why I bought a console. So I just thought I'd talk about that a little bit, because it made me think about that older game. And I swear, if I could find that game, I would still play it now. I would at least try it out. There's a ton of places with older games out there. In fact, I just saw an article probably yesterday where a whole bunch of game manufacturers have put copies of their 1980s-esque games on the Internet Archive, and you can just download it from there and install it. I haven't tried any of them yet. I was looking through the list, and there were many that I recognized. There was one I was kind of looking for, an old submarine game that I used to play, but I didn't see it. But then again, I didn't look through all, because there was like 1,200 games or something like that, the article said, so I didn't look through them all. But I bet it's there, because it's about that era. So yeah, that's my thought on video games today. I guess I will let that be that. I will be back tomorrow, and I'll be talking to you then. So, be seeing you.